Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. And today we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox season as things are starting to heat up here on September 7th. The Red Sox just had a 7-game winning streak snapped by the Baltimore Orioles in the last game of the series. And today we're going to start a new series against the first place New York Yankees. The Red Sox are just one game behind the Yankees in second place. Milwaukee Brewers have dropped to third as they've fell on hard times lately. And this is actually a rescheduled game from July 4th. So normally it was going to be a 3-game series with today off, but today we're going to create a 4-game series here in September when everything is on the line here. So if the Red Sox can do well in this series, now they did actually get swept in this series by the Yankees. So if they can do better than that, then they can possibly either maintain their position at second place, or if they can win 3 out of 4, they would pull into a tie for first place. And if they do really well and sweep the Yankees, which I'm not necessarily expecting, then they can vault into first place. So if they can get at least a split of the series, then they will be in good position in second place, maintain their spot there. So anyway, it's going to be, let's see, who is on the mound for the Yankees? I do not see the pitch. Oh, there it is. Catfish Hunter. I should have known that. Catfish Hunter, one of Mags' favorite pitchers there, against Mike Torrez. So, good pitching matchup here. And the Yankees would win this one easily, 15-3 in the actual game. So, hoping for a better result today. Mr. Brody in Purple Dinosaur is in his co-host seat. Mr. Brody has his shirt up there on the wall, showing which team that he likes. We won't repeat what the shirt says, but I'm sure you all can read. So Mr. Brody is there in his co-host seat. Let's play some ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, let's play some ball. This is game number 139 for the season. And again, it's a bad night for baseball here as the weather is threatening to rain here. Hopefully we can get the game in. So Mike Torrez on the hill for the Red Sox as the Red Sox return to Fenway after winning 2 out of 3 in Baltimore and 7 out of their last 8. So Mike Torrez on the hill comes in with a 15-6 record, with a 3.09 earned run average. He was 15-8 actually coming into this game. So he's got 2 less losses. 216 innings pitched, 200 hits allowed, 72 walks, and 104 strikeouts, and has surrendered 17 homers. So for the New York Yankees, Mickey Rivers, the center fielder, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Behind the plate, Thurman Munson will hit third. Reggie Jackson is the DH today in bat cleanup. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Chris Chambliss. Third baseman, Greg Nettles, is going to bat sixth. Sweet Lou Piniella, the right fielder, will hit seventh, followed by Roy White in left field. And Bucky Bleepin' Dent, the shortstop, will bat ninth. So that's the lineup for the visiting New York Yankees. The defense behind Torrez. Red Sox with their A defense out there as well as they can get it. With Yastrzemski in left, Lynn in center, and Evans in right. All excellent range outfielders. Definitely one of the best outfields in the major leagues at the time. With Evans with a cannon for an arm in right, and Lynn and Yastrzemski with above average arms in left and center respectively. Oh, center and left respectively. Anyway, in the infield, Hobson, Burleson, Brohammer, and Scott. The only real liability is Hobson at third. Burleson, excellent range at shortstop. Brohammer, average at second. And Scott, above average at first. Fisk, excellent behind the plate all around with an excellent arm. And Torrez on the hill, average range with slightly high error rating and is pretty bad at holding runners on. So Mickey Rivers steps to the plate. He comes in hitting .265 with 12 homers, 49 runs batted in, eclipsing his home run and RBI totals for the season by 1. So Hobson and Scott are in on the grass, expecting Rivers to possibly bunt. So Torres looks in for the sign from Fisk. Nods his head, kicks and delivers. And this is going to be off the 1 column. And that's going to be a line out to Brohammer for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down for the Yankees. Brings up Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Comes in hitting .243 with 35 home runs. 35 RBIs. No home runs. Here's the kick and delivery by Torres. And that's a ground ball to Scott at first. 1 hopper. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So that'll bring up Thurman Munson, the catcher. He comes in hitting .273 with 7 homers, 65 runs batted in. 1 more homer than he did on the actual season with 7. So here's the windup in the pitch by Torres. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans sprints over to make the play, and the Yankees go in order in the first. So good start for Torres and the Red Sox as the Yankees are retired in order. So Catfish Hunter on the hill comes in with an 8-6 record. 12-6 on the actual season. .262 earned run average with 117 innings pitched, 92 hits allowed, 30 walks and 55 strikeouts, and has surrendered 7 homers. So the defense behind Hunter is going to be White in left, Rivers in center, Pinella in right. Rivers above average range in center. White and Pinella average range in left and right respectively. Pinella with an average arm, Rivers with slightly below average arm in center, and White with a well below average arm in left. White, the best fielder of the three, will have the lowest error rating in left, with Rivers and Pinella slightly high error ratings for an outfielder. In the infield, different story. Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss. Excellent range by Nettles and Randolph at third and second. Dent and Chambliss above average range, with Chambliss being the most short-handed, and Randolph being the most error-prone at second, but not very high. Munson behind the plate is above average range, with a slightly above average arm, and a fairly low error rating with a 6. And Hunter on the hill, average, with a slightly below average at holding runners on, and extremely good hands, as he will commit no errors on the hill. So Burleson steps into the box. Burleson had a game-winning home run in the top of the 13th a couple nights ago against the Orioles. His second home run of the season. Comes in with a .282 average, 2 homers, 43 runs batted in. So Hunter looks in for the sign from Munson. He has to wind up in the pitch to Burleson. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. White calls for it, camps under it, and makes the catch. So 1 down now for Freddie Lynn, and we didn't go through the Red Sox lineup. Burleson was at bat first. Now it's Fred Lynn, the center fielder. He'll be followed by Jim Rice, who's DHing today, batting third. Batting cleanup is the left fielder Carlton Fisk. Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth behind the plate is Carlton Fisk. Jack Brohammer getting another start at second. He's had quite a few starts lately, with Jerry Remy battling some injuries. Nothing's too serious, though. Hit sixth. Dwight Evans, as the right fielder, will hit seventh, followed by the boomer George Scott hitting eighth, and Butch Hobson, the third baseman, will bat ninth. So Fred Lynn up now, comes in hitting .293, 23 homers, 7 runs batted in. He hit his 23rd home run against the Orioles in the last series, breaking his total for the season. And it's going to be off the 5 column of Hunter. And that's a called third strike, as the umpire said it was caught the knees. Lynn not too happy with that one. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox. We have Jim Rice hitting .301, 39 homers, 115 runs batted in. Jim Rice also had a home run to win a game in the, I believe it was the 11th, 10th or 11th, against the Orioles. So there were 2 games that went into extra innings with the Red Sox and Orioles. 2 of them won by home runs. And Rice hit 2 homers in that game and knocked in 5. So here's the windup and the pitch, and it's going to be off the 2 column. And that's a ground ball to Bucky Dent over to Chambliss for out number 3. So the Red Sox go in order in the first. And after 1, no score. So Reggie Jackson to lead it off. He's DHing today. Comes in hitting .254, 26 homers, 70 RBIs. His next homer will tie his total for the season. So Torrez looks in for the sign from Fisk. Kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 1 column. And it'll be a ground ball to Brohammer at second. Scoops it up. Throws to first. And Jackson is retired. So Chris Chambliss up now. The first baseman comes in hitting .292. 19 homers, 82 runs batted in. 7 more homers than he did on the entire 78 season already. With a little less than a month ago. So it's off the 5 column. And that'll be a base hit up the middle. So Chambliss is on in a 1-out single. So Scott will hold him on. That brings up Greg Nettles. Nettles comes in with .284 average. 19 homers, 71 runs batted. So slightly behind his home run pace. So Red Sox back hoping to turn 2. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. He goes over to Brohammer for 1, back to first. And they turn the 5-4-3 double play to get out of it. So after 1.5. New York nothing, Boston nothing. It'll be Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Brohammer if anybody gets on Evans against Hunter. Yastrzemski comes in with a .279 average, 15 homers, 65 runs batted in. And Yastrzemski will get one to hit here. It's right in his wheelhouse. Let's see what he can do with it. And he'll ground that one into the ground. As Chambliss flips to Hunter covering for out number 1. So Carl Fisk up now. Comes in hitting .290 with 16 homers, 72 runs batted in. It's been a while since he's gone deep. Let's see what he can do here. And this one is going to be deep, deep, and high off the wall. Clatters around in the outfield. Rivers has it. Off the wall, and Fisk will be at second with a 1-out double. So Red Sox get their first runner in scoring position now for Brohammer. Brohammer hitting .235 with 19 RBIs. And that is going to be off the 2 column. And Brohammer drives this one into the gap in right center field. Rivers and Pinella chase it. No one will get to it. Fisk easily comes home. And Brohammer will be at second with an RBI double. So Jack comes through in the clutch and gives the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. So I bring up Dewey Evans. Hitting .239 with 21 homers, 75 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 4 column of Hunter. And that'll be a base hit to left. And we're going to, oh, not this again. So apparently they put the Yankees as the Red Sox as the computer-controlled team. So I will, they wouldn't go for it. It's 1-16. I would assume that the Yankees would cut it off just because it's 1-16, only a 20% chance. So we'll keep the other runners from advancing. Go back and change that. So Evans with an RBI single. I don't know why Strat does that sometimes, but sometimes it puts the wrong team as the computer. So Evans up now. Scott up now. The Red Sox 2 runs in already. Still only 1 out. Comes in with a .251 average, 15 homers, 51 runs batted. 3 homers above his total for the season, and just 3 RBIs behind his total for the season. And that'll be off the 4 column. And that's a ground ball to Randolph. Good. And Randolph will scoop up the ball barehanded, throw to first as Evans moves in the scoring position. That would have got the run home anyway. So another runner in scoring position for Hobson with 2 down now. Hobson comes in hitting .282, 13 homers, 57 runs batted in. And Hobson gets a hold of one here. That one's going deep, 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 and the wind cuts it down, and White will make the catch on the warning track. So he needed a 1-13, got a 14 for a roll there. So that'll do it for the Red Sox, but they score 2 and take a 2-0 lead after 2. So Sweet Lou Piniella up now. Having a fine season, hitting .325 with 2 homers, 50 runs batted in. That's going to be off the 5 column. And it'll be a range check on Hobson. We haven't had one of those lately. Those are usually almost never good. He'll get in front of it. And that will be an error on Hobson. So Hobson is an E53. And Kiko Garcia is an E52, and Garcia's card looks nothing like Hobson's. Hobson's looks like it's a lot more covered. Now, I understand that some rolls in the middle here are easier to get because there's more combinations, but it definitely seems like Hobson's card is filled much more than in Kiko Garcia's. So I don't know if there's an error in that or it just looks different. But anyway, it may just look different. So anyway, Hobson is going to commit the error. And he charges it and drops it. Trying to hurry too fast there. So error number 1 of the game for the Red Sox. Error number, who knows how many for Hobson. Definitely league leading in that department. So the corners will play in for White. Piniella gets a lead off first. Scott in front of him. And that's going to be a ground ball to Brohammer. He feeds it to Burleson for 1. Back to first. And they turn 2. So great defense for the Red Sox. They turn 2, a pitcher's best friend, and it'll bring a Bucky bleeping dent. Comes in hitting .238 with 4 homers, 22 runs batted in. RBI total fairly low for this point of the season for Dent. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And Dent's going to hit this one a long way, reminiscent of the playoff game, but it's going to stay in the park this time. Yastrzemski will make the catch at the wall. So the wind blowing in cuts that one down. So the Yankees do not score, and after 2.5, it's still 2-0 Boston. So top of the order, Burleson will lead it off. He flew out in his first at-bat. And that'll be a ground ball to Dent. Dent, very good range. Gets to it. And we'll make the play over to Chambliss for out number 1. It's a 1 down in the Red Sox third. Brings up Freddie Lynn, who struck out in his first at-bat. And Lynn's going to get a hold of this one. Goes to straightaway center field, and Rivers can just watch it go into the center field seats. So Freddie Lynn, now with 24 home runs, 2 more than he did on the actual season, makes it 3-0 Boston. So can they go back-to-back? Rice is definitely capable of it, and he will not get the luxury of that happening as it's off the 3 column, but he can still get a hit. And instead he lays off and draws the walk. So 1 on and 1 out. Already 1 run in on Lynn's 24th home run in the season. Brings up Yastrzemski, who grounded out in his first at bat. And he's going to ground this one back to Hunter. Throws over to Dent for 1, back to first. And they turn the 1-6-3 double play. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the third, but they do get 1 on the solo home run by Lynn and lead it 3-0 after 3. So top of the order for the Yankees also up now. Rivers lined out in his first at bat. He's going to ground this one to Burleson. And thank God Burleson has such great range. What a great play to get to that one. Turns and fires. Does a spin move. And great play by Burleson will retire the speedy Rivers. Didn't have much time on that one. So let's check out some scores from around the league. So Toronto has the lead over Milwaukee, so that's good news. So if that score stands up, the Red Sox win, they'll gain another game separating them with Milwaukee. California edging Texas 8-7, and Chicago is shutting out Seattle 5-0. So Randolph up now with 1 out. Grounded out in his first at bat. And he will ground out again to Burleson. Charges it, fires to first for out number 2. So Munson up now. He flew out in his first at bat. And that's going to be a line shot to Hobson. Snow cones it. And the Yankees go in order in the 4th. So Torrez pitching in gem so far, only allowing 1 hit so far to the Yankees. Much different story than in the actual game, where he lasted only 1+ innings, allowing 6 hits with 5 runs, although only 3 of them were earned. And actually, Hobson had 2 errors in this game for 38 on the season. So hopefully we can pull Hobson up before he makes another one. So we're going to continue doing what we're doing around the 6th or 7th inning. If in a close game, if it's within 3 runs, we're definitely going to pull Hobson out of there. So Fisk up now to lead it off for the Red Sox in the home half of the 4th. He doubled in his first at bat. And this time he'll get that skinny single up the middle. So Fisk on with his second hit of the day. And that'll bring up Brohammer. And I don't think Brohammer's a good hit and run guy, but whoops. See how kind of a hit and run. I don't think he is though. Whoops. Let's see, there you go. That's what we want. Actually, he's a B hit and runner. We're going to hit and run with Brohammer. Oh, we didn't hit and run though. Oh well. And it's a good thing because Brohammer's going to get one to hit here. And he's going to go deep, deep, deep and scrapes the top of the short wall there. Rattles around in the triangle. Brohammer's rounding second. He'll make his way to third with a triple. So Brohammer with a rare triple knocks in Fisk, and it's a 4-0 lead now. So the fans going crazy as Brohammer gets an extra base hit. One of his might be his only triple on the season. So Dwight Evans up now. And an RBI single in his first at-bat. Still nobody out. And it's going to be a ground ball to Randolph. This should get the run home. Randolph, excellent range. Gets to that one. Not many second basemen would have. And let's see what he does with it. Snags it in short right field. He throws to the pitcher covering. Not in time. So because of the drawn-in infield, Evans reaches on an infield single as Brohammer comes in to score easily, and it's a 5-0 Red Sox lead. So the Red Sox with 5 runs off Hunter. So getting to Hunter early here. So that'll bring up the boomer George Scott with Evans at first. Chambliss holding him on. And he'll line out to Chambliss as Evans gets in just before Chambliss is able to put his foot on the bag. So we might not need to take Hobson out if things continue this way. So Hobson up now. He flew out in his first at-bat. Big swing and a miss there as he strikes out for out number 2. So Hunter gets his second K of the day. Evans holds at first. That'll bring up Burleson. 0 for 2 so far. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Pinellas reaches up and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Red Sox score 2 more, highlighted by Brohammer's RBI triple. And it's now 5-0 Red Sox as we head to the 5th. So Torrez will face Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. So Torrez on cruise control. And it's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a leadoff walk to Jackson. You definitely don't want to walk batters when you get a 5-run lead. So Chambliss up now, singled in his first at-bat. Scott will hold on Jackson. And he'll line out to Scott. Jackson dives back safely. So 1 out now for Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. This one's in his wheelhouse, though. And this one's going a long way down the right field line. Evans gives chase. Leaps. But it is gone. So Greg Nettles, the Red Sox killer in his career. It's a 2-run shot and makes it a 5-2 game. So Pinnell up now, reached on an error by Hobson in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to Burleson. Picks it up, fires to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up Roy White. Ground into a double play in his first at-bat. And that's a sharp single to left. So that'll bring up Bucky Dent. Flied out in his first at-bat. And strike 3, called third strike. Dent disagreed with that one. And that'll do it for the Yankees in the top of the 5th. So halfway through, it's 5-2 Boston. Nettles making it a little closer with a 2-run shot. I believe that was his 20th of the season. So Fred Lynn to lead it off. Homer in his last at-bat. In the 3rd. 1 for 2 on the day. Hunter already up to 74 pitches through 4 innings. And see what happens here as Lynn will give this one a ride into the gap. Rivers tracks it down, but not before Lynn ends up second with a stand-up double. So Lynn hit the high change and timed it perfectly. So Rice up now 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll get the hard slider right down the middle for strike 3 call. So 1 down now for Yastrzemski. 0 for 2 on the day. And big swing and a miss by the captain. Nothing but air. So 2 down now for Fisk. Doubled in the 2nd and singled in the 4th. That was strange. So in the 3-0 pitch, Fisk reached out and took a cut at the free pass. So they were trying to intentionally walk Fisk. And he swung at the 3-0 pitch and almost hit it. And then he threw his ball 4. So he got a little too close to that one. So Lynn will reach on the, Fisk will reach on the walk. So Jack Brohammer, having a fine day at the plate today, 2 for 2 with an RBI triple. Also has an RBI double. Chance to knock in another run here. And that'll be a line out to Randolph. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. So it remains 5-2 as we head to the 6th. Top of the order, Rivers will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And that's a fly ball to center. Change on the changeup. Lynn drifts over, under it. And it's an easy out for Torrez. So let's check the scoreboard again. Toronto still leads Milwaukee 5-2. Texas leads California 9-8. And Chicago continues to shut out Seattle now 7-0. So Randolph up now. He's grounded out twice today. And he'll ground out a third time to Burleson, who fires it over to Scott for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Yankees' 6th. Brings up Munson, 0 for 2 on the day. And Munson will get a hold of one here. And he'll line it straight to Hobson, who spears it for out number 2. Actually, out number 3, sorry. So the Yankees go in order in the 6th. And after 5.5, it's the Red Sox lead by 3. So Evans has a pair of RBI singles so far today. He'll get another one in his wheelhouse here. Oh, and just misses the triple as White makes a great running catch there. Needed a 1 or 2. He got a 3 on the split. And just a long out. So Scott up now. Hitless on the day, 0 for 2. And strike 3 called. Actually, strike 3 swinging. So 2 down for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th. Hobson looking for his first hit of the day. And he won't get it as he grounds out to Dent to end the inning. So the Red Sox go 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. And we're headed to the 7th. The Red Sox still leading 5-2. So Jackson will lead it off. 0 for 2 on the day. Actually, 0 for 1 with a walk. And that one is a no-doubter there. That one, Torrez hung that one, and that one's way up there in the bleachers. As Jackson hits his 27th homer of the year. So Chambliss up now. So the Yankees can come back quickly. So 1 for 2. Oh, and that's going to be a range check on Burleson. He'll get in front of it. Plants. And throws over to Scott for out number 1. So 1 out in the Red Sox 7th. After the solo home run by Jackson. Brings up Nettles, who hit a 2-run home run himself in his last at-bat. With the Yankees on the board. And this time it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Torrez gets his second K of the day. It's 2 outs now. The base is empty for Pinella. Reached on an error in the 3rd and grounded out in the 5th. And Pinella's going to get a hold of one here. And no, it's actually going to be a base hit as Pinella has weak power against righties. Thank God for that. So 2 outs now as the tie run comes up with Roy White. Roy White, 1 for 2 on the day. And it looks like Jim Spencer, and I had something interesting with Jim Spencer. I'm not sure if it was Strat-o-matic or not. It was either Strat-o-matic or it might have been Digital Diamond or it could have been one of the other games. But I actually had Jim Spencer hit 4 home runs in a game. So I do remember that clearly because it was such an oddity. And I want to say it was Strat. Yeah, actually it could have been this season too. Let me check his card here quickly. I believe I had a Jim Spencer game where he hit 4 homers. Let's see if we can find it here quickly. Could be wrong on that one. I mean, it might not have been Strat. Yeah, he did hit 2 home runs on the 28th. And he hit 2 home runs on the 15th, so maybe it wasn't Strat, but he's had 2 multiple homer games so far this year. So it wasn't Strat-o-matic. It was one of the other games. I can't remember which one, but I want to say Digital Diamond Baseball. But I'm not sure. Anyway, so Jim Spencer now is pinch hitting for Roy White. Comes in hitting .224 in the season with 10 homers, 28 runs batted, 3 home runs above his pace, and already 4 RBIs more than he did on the actual season. So Pinella tries to get a lead. Torrez not getting him much of a lead. it's going to be off the 6th column. And that's a ground ball to Burleson. Should handle this one in the inning. Gets in front of it. And we'll make the play over to Scott to end the inning. The Yankees do get one back on the solo home run by... What was that by? Was that a solo home run? Anyway, I can't remember. So it's going to be... Just got home actually from the children's ministry tonight, and it was downpouring here. We're supposed to go to the park to play some kickball and have a pizza party, and at the end of the season for the kids, 6 to 12-year-olds. And it was like literally raining cats and dogs, downpouring. So we were unable to do that. So we played some kickball inside and had our pizza and cake and everything. So now we're off for the summer, I think, as we mentioned in the last video. So maybe we'll have a Monday Night Baseball series start up. We'll see. So anyway, trivia question. Name 2 AL players that hit at least 20 doubles, 20 triples, and 20 homers in the same season. Oh my goodness. That is going to be a tough one. I'm guessing it's probably going to be... Well, it can't be dead ball for 20 homers there. Oh boy. All in the same season. I'm going to go with George Brett for one of them. Mr. Brody's trying to go find out, make sure he's got the answers correct here. I want to say it's George Brett as one of them. Who would be the other one? Jim Rice only hit 15 triples in 1978. And I think he had 20 doubles and obviously 20 homers, so... I don't know. I can't think. I want to say George Brett for one. And it's got to be somebody with some speed. Did Ichiro ever hit 20 homers? I don't think so, but I'm going to go with Ichiro for my other guess. Probably not going to be right, but... So Ichiro and Brett. So lock in your answers. See who it is. Jeff Heath. Oh, George Brett. We got one right. So we got 1 out of 2. So George Brett was one of them. Jeff Heath, I would have never guessed that one. In fact, I'm going to look up Jeff Heath now. I don't even know who he played for. I want to say the Royals, but... 1936 to 49, so it could have been the Royals. So Jeff Heath, who was a left fielder for the Cleveland Indians, Washington Senators, St. Louis Browns, and the Boston Braves. And let's see what year he did that in. That would have been 1941. He hit 20 triples, 32 doubles, and 24 home runs. Led the league in triples with 20. Also had an 18 triple year in 1938. So good to know. Jeff Heath, a left fielder. And he did that while he was with the Cleveland Indians. So thank you, Mr. Brody. That was an interesting trivia question there. So head to the home half of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. Red Sox lead is now 2. And it's going to be top of the order, Burleson, Lynn, and Rice. Anybody gets on Yastrzemski against Hunter back out there. Hunter up to 99 pitches now through 6 innings. So it's going to be off the 4 column. And that is going to be a called strike 3 as that one paints to black. So Freddie Lynn up now, 2 for 3 with a homer and a double. Mr. Brody gets back in his seat. And Lynn will get another one to hit here. Can he get his second home run of the day? A lot of home runs in this. And he hits the right number, but the wrong roll. And that's going to go up off the wall. And he'll get his second double of the day. And... oh, man. Speaking of triples now, I really want to go for this. Let's see, how many triples does Lynn have on the season? He had He needs to have 3 on the season. He doesn't have any. This is probably one of his... No, he already has 3. I'm sorry. He has 3 already, so we're going to say no. If he would have been way under it or kind of close, I might have done it. But since he already has his 3 triples for the season, I'll have him stay at second with a 1 out. So Jim Rice with a chance to get some of those runs back. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be it. As Hunter is walking slowly to the dugout, as Sparky Lyle, the ex-Red Sox, is going to come in to pitch. Lyle comes in with a 6-4 record, 11 saves, 91 innings pitched, 86 hits allowed, 25 walks and 26 strikeouts, and has turned in 6 homers. Rice would like to greet Lyle with a home run here, but we'll settle for a base hit, and he's going to get a good one to hit right in his wheelhouse. Let's see what he does with it. And that one's going to be a hit. Looks like over the head of Rivers to the wall. And that'll be in for extra bases, so Rice with an RBI double will get one of the runs back, and it's now 6-3. So Yastrzemski up now 0 for 3. Lefty on lefty here. And it's going to be a fly ball to Paul Blair, who's playing left now. Blair, excellent range and left with an above-average arm. Oh, I thought that was going to be an E2 there. But Blair will range to his left and make the catch for the second out of the inning. And Rice will hold that second. So Fisk up now. Fisk 2 for 2 with double in the second, single in the fourth, and intentionally walked in the fifth. Almost got a hit off an intentional walk. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk Fisk. This time he doesn't swing at any of the pitches. So first and second for Brohammer. Brohammer 2 for 3 with a triple. 2 runs knocked in. And we are, ooh boy. So do we sacrifice defense now for offense? Let's see who we have on the bench here. We definitely don't bring in Bob Bailey, so we are gonna leave. We're gonna leave him in to hit for himself. Not really much on the bench there. Remy, we don't want to bring in yet. He's a lefty anyway. Maybe bring Duffy in. What's Duffy at? Let's check Duffy's defense here. So at third, he's not bad. We can move Duffy to third. And is Duffy any better against lefties? He's got no 7 hits there. He does have a 5 and an 8 on the one column. 5, 6, and 8. He's got a lot of good stuff on his. So he's got one really good column, one with a couple of things on it, and one with nothing on it. Let's see what Brohammer is. And Brohammer's defense is going to be... He's better at third, so he'd be a slightly better than Duffy at third. At first, though, he's got a 7 and 8 walk. He's got a home run on there. He's got a couple of hits there, so a little bit not quite as good, but we're going to let Brohammer stay in there. And he's a little bit better defender at third when we move him over there. So lefty on, let's check actually Lyle against lefties here. So I'm assuming Lyle has got a lefties thing here. Yeah, he's 2L. Not that much, though, so he's not that much better against lefties than righties, so we're going to leave Brohammer in. So, we get the right column here. And we're going to get... Brohammer's having a hot day. That's a single to left. That will plate Rice. Fisk moves his way to third, so Brohammer rewards his manager by keeping him in with his third hit of the day. Third RBI. So Brohammer having one of his better games of the season here today. So the Red Sox have gotten 2 runs back now, a 4-run lead, 7-3. Run is at the corners for Evans. Evans having a fine day today too. He's got a pair of singles with a couple of RBI singles. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. And Blair should have this one. And comes in and gets under it and makes the catch. So the Red Sox get 2 back in the home half of the 7th, and it's 7-3 now. And we're gonna do our moves here. They do have a 4-run. Actually, no, we'll keep it the same. If the Yankees get within 3, we'll get rid of Hobson there. So that is going to be a fly ball to right. Dent, who's 0 for 2, will fly out to Evans for out number 1. So let's just check. Let's check and see where Hobson sits usage-wise. Oops. He's 99%, so... And let's see here. Remy is over 100%, so if we can avoid putting Remy in, it's probably a good thing. And Duffy's way over his rate. And Brohammer, he's under his, so we'll keep it the way it is. We're going to watch our usage now that we're in September here. Don't want to go too much over our usage. Don't want to go over 10% of our usage for the season. Keep realistic numbers. So Rivers up now with 1 down. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Torrez up to 104 pitches now. And that'll be a ground ball to Burleson. Easily gets to it. And we'll make the play over to Scott for out number 2. Let's check Torres' usage here too. And Toronto's still in front of Milwaukee 5-2. And Torres is at 101%, so he could pitch the complete game here. We'll see. Conserve that bullpen. As the Red Sox did play 2 extra inning games in that series with the Brewers, although Bobby Sproul, the rookie, ended up going 12 innings, getting the victory in his Major League debut. So that was 3 games ago. So definitely check out I think it was game 2 of the series, where he battled Jim Palmer for 12 innings. Actually outlasted Palmer by an inning. So Werenduff up now, hitless on the day, 0 for 3. And he'll remain hitless as he grounds this one to Hobson. Over to first, and the Yankees go in order in the 8th. So Lyle back out there again for the 8th. Scott up there now. Scott looking for his first hit of the day. And he'll get under this one and pop it up. So he'll go 0 for 4 today. So Hobson up now, 0 for 3. And he'll probably go 0 for 4 as he strikes out for the second time. Waves half-heartedly at the curve, as Hobson was fooled on that one. So 2 outs in the Red Sox 8th. Brings the top of the order. Burleson up now. Burleson hitless on the day today. But he'll get a chance here as he gets one in the wheelhouse. And he'll get his first hit. So Burleson goes 1 for 5. 2 out single for the Rooster. And let's see, are we going to try to get Burleson in scoring position? Let's see. Just want to see how many stolen bases he has so far. I don't see any stolen base totals on this. Oh, here we go. He had 8 stolen bases on the season. He has none in the replay, so I'm going to keep trying to get him one. So we're going to have him try to steal off Munson. Probably not the greatest idea, but see if we can get a runner in scoring position for Lynn. So we're going to try for a stolen base here. And, ooh. I'm going to try it anyway. Doesn't get a good lead. So he's only got a 5% chance, so no, we're not going to try that. All right, so Burleson unable to get a good lead against Lyle, who is very good at holding runners on. Didn't see that. So Lynn up now, 3 for 4 with a homer. Also has a pair of doubles. And he'll pop this one up to Dent at short, who'll make the catch to end the inning. So we'll head to the 9th, with the Red Sox leading by 4, 7-3. So the Red Sox, if they can get the win today, will move into a tie for first place with the Yankees. It's been, I think, since July since they've been in first. It's been a while. So Munson up now. It'll be Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss, the heart of the order, against Torrez here. There is action in the Red Sox pen, just in case. Munson hitless on the day, though. 0 for 3. And that's a swing strike for strike 3. So Torrez with just his third K of the day for out number 1. Jackson up now, homering off Torrez in his last at bat. 1 for 2. Also has drawn a walk today. And that'll be a fly ball to right. Evans should handle this one. Camp's in front of it. And we'll hang on to it and make the catch for out number 2. So the Yankees down to their last out here. As Mr. Brody is excited, and so the Fenway faithful on their feet, hoping to get Torrez can get the complete game and send the Red Sox fans home in jubilation. So Chambliss up now, 1 for 3 on the day. And this should do it. And it's a ground ball to short. Burleson plants, fires to first. And the Red Sox beat the Yankees in Game 1 of the series by a score of 7-3. So complete game for Torrez as he gets his 16th win of the season. So a fine performance by Torrez and the Red Sox. So Torrez pitches a complete game. 9 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, and did surrender 2 home runs, though, a 2-run shot to Nettles and a solo home run by Jackson. So Catfish Hunter takes the loss. He's now 8-7 on the season. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 6 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 107 pitches. Sparky Lyle, 1 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned, a walk and a strikeout. And Catfish Hunter led up a home run to Freddie Lynn, his 24th of the season. So for the Red Sox, Rick Burleson was 1 for 5 at the plate. Freddie Lynn, another fine day, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and a solo homer. Jim Rice, 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Yastrzemski 0 for 4. Fisk, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. One of the hits a double. Brohammer, an excellent day at the plate, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs batted in. Dwight Evans, 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. The Boomer, George Scott, hitless on the day, 0 for 4, and Hobson was 0 for 4. So we have to give it, I think, to Torrez. Pitches a complete game. But close second MVP is going to be Jack Brohammer, going 3 for 4 with his 10th double and his 2nd triple of the season. So that, and the Yankees now. So Torrez only allowed 5 hits to the Yankees today. 2 of them left the yard, though. So Mickey Rivers 0 for 4. Randolph 0 for 4. So when you, and Munson 0 for 4. So the first 3 hitters for the Yankees 0 for 12. So if you can keep the leadoff batters off base, then you have a good chance of winning. Reggie Jackson's 1 for 3 with a solo home run and 2 runs scored. Chambliss 1 for 4. Nettles 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Sweet Lou Piniella 1 for 3. Roy White 1 for 2. Jim Spencer came on as a pinch hitter 0 for 1. Paul Blair came in as a defensive replacement. They're not getting a bat. And Bucky Dent 0 for 3. So let's check the standings now after the victory. So with the win, the Red Sox will move into a tie for first place with the exact same record of 84-55. So the Red Sox with a victory tomorrow can move into first place. by their lonesome. So let's check out the pitching matchups for tomorrow's game. So tomorrow we're going to have Jim Beattie going for the Yankees against another Jim Wright. So Wright only lasted 1 1/3 innings in the actual game, so we're hoping for a better performance. Bill Lee actually came out of the pen and pitched 7 innings. So Bill Lee, part of the bullpen now. And I'm considering possibly starting Bill Lee over Jim Wright, as Lee pitched 7 innings anyway. So I'll have to think about that one. I have to weigh that possibility there. It looks like I'm trying to think of who's a lefty there. Is Mickey Rivers a lefty? Can't remember. I think he's a right. Is he a switch hitter? No, he is a lefty batter, so that may be a consideration there. Willie Randolph, he is a righty, I believe, right? Yeah, he's a righty, so Randolph's a righty. He batted number 2. Munson is a righty, I believe. Yeah, Munson is a righty. Reggie Jackson is a... Oops. Oh, come on. Reggie Jackson is a lefty. There's a possibility we may... Chris Chambliss is a lefty, I know that. Greg Nell's a righty. Lou Piniella, I believe, is a lefty. No, he's a righty. That's right. And then Roy White and Bucky Dent. So, I don't know. We'll have to be a game time decision there. We may start Jim Wright and have Lee ready just in case. But we'll see on that one. We'll have to take a look at the usages and everything and see where Lee and Wright sit on the usage chart. I think Wright has quite a bit of room left on his usage chart. So, that might be... So we might not put in Lee for that reason. But we'll see. So thank you for joining me. We'll be back for Game 2 of the season, of the series. Game number 140. As we inch closer to the end of the season. With the Red Sox in a virtual tie for first place now. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.